Thank you for your interest in the Knauss Marine Policy Fellowship. Virginia Sea Grant is interested in supporting all applicants who would like to apply for this opportunity. This video covers some important considerations as you begin to work on your fellowship application and answers some of the most frequently asked questions. The Knauss Marine Policy Fellowship provides an educational and professional growth experience for recent graduates from any discipline who are interested in working at the interface of science and policy. Selected fellows have the opportunity to work in an executive or legislative host office in or near Washington, D.C. Throughout the fellowship, you will have the opportunity to learn about the policy decisions that affect coastal and marine resources while receiving on-the-job training. Every Knauss host office offers a unique and different experience and opportunity.
I was a legislative fellow in the personal office of a House member on the Natural Resources Committee. What was great about this experience was the chance to expand my horizons. I came in with the expectation of working on coastal policy issues, but in a small congressional office, you pitch in where you can and you build knowledge in new areas. Plus, you have the opportunity to learn from officials at the highest levels of their agencies, because they want your boss to understand their work, and they know that you're the one briefing your boss, which means they want you to understand their work.
There are a few tips that we recommend to make your application as strong as possible. First, make sure that you plan ahead. The application process takes a full calendar year, with reviews at both the state and the federal level. Carefully review the evaluation criteria, and consider using some of the important keywords as headers within your materials, particularly within your CV. You want to make it as easy as possible for the reviewers to find the information that they need, so that they can give you the maximum amount of allowable points for each category. Use different elements of your application to demonstrate the diversity of your academic and professional experiences. Highlight past leadership roles, volunteer positions, and outreach activities, and other relevant experiences that align with the fellowship and the evaluation criteria. Craft your goal statement to share specific examples and details that highlight who you are and why you're interested in this specific fellowship opportunity. We highly recommend taking the time to reflect on your academic and professional experiences with others, and consider the ways you weave those examples together with your goals for the fellowship. Your goal statement should differentiate you from other applicants by telling a story that is uniquely your own. It is important to have strong recommendations that highlight tangible and specific examples that align with the evaluation criteria. When appropriate, consider a reference who can speak to your experience from a different perspective than your academic advisor, or maybe from a different period in time. All interested applicants are strongly encouraged to contact us to schedule a virtual meeting where we can review Virginia Sea Grant's tips for Knauss applicants and also share some of the past experiences our fellows have had while working in the Washington, D.C. region.
I am a proud alum of Virginia Sea Grant's Knauss Fellowship. I also spent some time in the National Sea Grant office managing the Knauss Fellowship. And from my experience, both as a fellow and managing the fellowship and even currently mentoring fellows, the most important thing you can do in your application is to try to bring who you are in your written statements. And really that means being yourself. That means thinking about what makes you unique and what makes your experience something that would be great to bring to the federal government or to the Hill, and think about really just being true to yourself and also being open to trying new things that may make you a little bit nervous.
My tip for applicants is to be open to the entire fellowship process. Despite what you may think you want to do, that could completely change during your fellowship experience. I was exposed to so many different facets of working at the intersection of science and policy. My other tip is to highlight your experiences in your application, during the interview process, and during your fellowship. You have a unique perspective not only through your education, but through living your own life. Bring your own ideas and interests to the fellowship and let that help shape your experience.
You can learn more about our past fellows' experiences by visiting virginiaseagrant.org. For more information on the fellowship, application requirements, and to schedule a virtual meeting, contact me, Sam Lake, at sjlake@vaseagrant.org.